Hi Libra, this is your forecast for the month of July 2017. This is a general reading for Libra Sun, Libra Rising, or Libra Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. You can watch your reading in 3 different ways: the full extended monthly, or for just the energy influence, watch the brief, or in addition to the brief, watch the weekly for the upcoming week. Weeklies also make it easy for you to review information you may have forgotten in the full reading. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, and I invite you to follow me on Facebook, Google+, and Instagram. Please also check out my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/on-demand/findinglove for monthly love readings. So Libra, the first week of July, you have a karmic major card. And so something, your recent behavior, something you recently said, contributed to turning this wheel in motion. Now, this wheel can be moving either way. This could be a change for the better, some kind of advancement, some opportunity that is presenting. This could be some kind of important development that's happening rather quickly, a fortunate turn of events that feels like it's a lucky break for you. So you're at the end of one phase and you're starting another one. Now, for some of you, this is as mundane as traveling or dealing with your car in some way. But this could be a week where you have some kind of awakening, and you're getting a fresh perspective on a situation. You're changing the way you look at something. And so your attitude or your behavior, again, creates instant karma that can immediately change the course of a situation that you have been wondering about. If you had some kind of financial situation, then you've emotionally gotten grounded and you've decided to address that. And if you have some kind of emotional dilemma, the same. You're strengthening your resolve and your resourcefulness. And it could be that some decision you made that you thought perhaps was the wrong choice actually ultimately turns out to be the best choice, and it was a move that's going to propel you toward a victory of some sort. Especially if you're willing to go above and beyond, to do more than your fair share, you're going to have a greater chance at success. So this is going to be a week where you have the drive and the initiative to take charge, to make some changes that you want to see. And as a result, again, it could be something that turns out for the better than what you had hoped, as long as you're using your personal skill set, your strengths. That's going to help you overcome any obstacles or win against any problems. Now, for some of you, this is about, becoming more grounded. You're recognizing that perhaps something is not on solid footing, but it's important for you to, not play your cards in fear, just because in the past some things didn't work out. There's some new opportunities definitely on the horizon, and you should be open to that and not close yourself off just because something went wrong in the past. There is luck running through your situation, whether you see it or not. It could be something small, something that you're taking for granted, something that's insignificant. But just know that if things don't work out the way you had planned this week, that could actually be working for you. That could be a blessing in disguise. Now, for some of you, you are, the wheel is turning the wrong way, and you may feel as if you're caught up in some circumstances that you have no control over. You feel you're having some bad luck. There's an unexpected setback, or you're just stagnating, or you're having to deal with some kind of disappointment, or you've reached a dead end. Could be you're resistant to making some changes that would be good for you, especially again if you're ignoring new opportunities simply because things didn't work out for you in the past. This is a week to be open to change. Any kind of suggestions, any kind of advice, constructive criticism, be open to that and not greet that with impatience or anger or frustration, because there's luck running through a situation that you may not see, and something somebody says to you could hold the key for you in some way. So this is a week about being confident, ready to take on the challenge of life, the changes that are occurring, which, as I said, are probably happening rather quickly. So you can get into trouble when, you either expect too much or you expect too little from a situation, from life, from yourself. Now, the second week, you have what appears to be a no-win situation. You've been going in circles about something. Maybe, there's some negative energy that you're dealing with. And it could be that you're dealing with negative forces in your environment. Maybe somebody is, trying to run a smear campaign, or there's some one-upmanship, or there's some tit for tat. You may even experience some misfortune in connection to your resources, perhaps a theft or a loss of some sort. But you're feeling a sense of limitation. There could be a hostile environment that you're dealing with where people are arguing or bickering, or there's some selfishness and manipulation. Something destructive is taking place. Now, this could be, though, on the other hand, having to act in your own interest, looking out for what's best for you. Maybe you are being cleared of something, or you are trying to turn things in a new direction, but somebody is overstepping some boundaries. Maybe you were frustrated about something that happened last week. There was a turn in a situation, and now you're frustrated, but that frustration is leading you to do what you should have done previously. And remember, that wheel was turning, and something is working for you as a blessing in disguise. And it could be that a situation that you've been taking for granted is pushing you to take some positive steps. So this is not a week for you to get impatient or overconfident or impulsive and rush to take some kind of foolish risk. But on the other hand, if you're feeling better about what's going on with your situation, you feel more empowered to make some moves, you're going to push forward. You're going to turn the wheel yourself in order to make some progress. Something that you've been wondering about, worrying about, you're going to go ahead and address that issue. And whether you get a good answer or not, at least you'll be clear on where you stand. Now, this may connect to a relationship. Maybe you want to take that relationship and move it to the next level. Or again, maybe you're doing some traveling. Or maybe you're recognizing that you've been beating your head against a brick wall trying to begin something or end something, a relationship. And maybe you need to open yourself up to love. Maybe you've been too self-reliant, because this is the ultimate do-it-yourself card. This is my way or the highway. And you may come to realize this week that you've been taking some things for granted, yourself, other people, a situation, or your health. And if that's the case, you're going to get a strong reality check this week. So whenever this card appears, it's a warning. Be careful about your physical health. Be careful about your resources. Be careful about your reputation. If you're dealing with some kind of illness, be especially mindful of the medication that you're taking. Make sure that you're taking the right dosage, the right medication. And you may also be subject to some side effects from the medication. You may even have difficulty getting an accurate diagnosis about what is bothering you. When this card appears, it's very easy to get distracted. So you can easily make a mistake on something, or simply because you're annoyed or you're not paying attention, and you could possibly create some misunderstanding, and in the worst case scenario, an accident of some sort. Now, by the third week, you have this air energy. And so this could very well be you or someone you're dealing with, or just the week holds a lot of air energy. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, arising, male or female. So this week is focused on making some important decisions. Something new has been set into motion, and you're either handling something that was ongoing more effectively, or you're trying to gain an upper hand of some sort, or you're trying to defend yourself. And again, last week, there could have been some treachery, some deceit. You're dealing with some difficult people and some negative energy. This week is about taking authority, using your personal power, and being rational and not losing yourself to emotion. This is cool rationality, making some balanced judgments, using your analytical mind to make some fair decisions. So you may have to assert yourself this week. You may have to be forceful. Your ambition is in focus. Some of you are trying to get some type of expertise. Maybe you're connecting to someone who gives you some advice, or you're doing that. This is a week where you're not going to want to be limited in any way. So you may be taking a stand, and again, aggressively so, or there could be somebody that is fighting for your interest in some way. Now, if this is not you, this could be an authority figure, could be, any number of professions that require mastery over the intellect, lawyer, doctor, arbitrator, government official, a professional person, anybody that holds some kind of special or official title. Now, for others of you, you may be dealing with the darker side of the king. So this is about aggression, dealing with bullies, or somebody that is a dictator of sorts, somebody who may be corrupted by power. They're acting in a callous manner with little sensitivity, a ruthlessness. Somebody may be vindictive or cutting somebody out of something. There could be over caution with regard to a matter. On a relationship level, this is somebody stuck in their head. Of course, they have sensitivity, they have feelings. They're just not great at expressing those. And so for some of you, this is the desire to go out of your way to make something happen, to make a connection. And you're handicapped in those efforts because you're not stepping out there. You're not making that move. And so whatever spark there was, it's likely to be short-lived because nobody's doing anything. Part of the challenge is that you and another person is sending out some kind of mixed signal. So this is a week about, again, getting grounded, making some rational decisions, opening up to your higher self and the wisdom that is contained therein. It's about knowledge and truth and seeking an inner peace. And for some of you, perhaps getting some type of guidance. Now, the last week you have this Eight of Pentacles. This is all about working hard, putting in effort. So there's a focus on being a good worker. Maybe you have authority over someone. Maybe you have authority over workers. Maybe there's poor work being done and you're making some changes. Because this card can, in the negative, mean that there are some people who are acting like they know what they're doing, but they really don't. It could be some people that are incompetent. You may be dealing with some people who are lazy or dishonest, or people who are trying to cut corners and get over. So these would be people that maybe they're unemployed, or they're evading real work, or maybe they're disenfranchised in some way. They're at a disadvantage. in the positive, again, this is about getting some kind of job training, maybe doing some study, acquiring some kind of skills, trying to improve yourself in some way. So for some of you, this is going to be a week where you're trying to maybe increase your security. Maybe you get a new job, or you're going on an interview, you're changing your career, maybe you're getting promoted, maybe you're going into business for yourself. But you're focused on preparing for the future and making some changes that would provide some substance for you. Again, some of you are teaching or mentoring, or you're involved in something like that. Whatever it is, whether you're dealing with a challenge or your ambitions, you're motivated to get ahead. Now, you just have to make sure, again, that you're not coming up with schemes in order to get ahead. This is going to be a week where you are trying to, maybe you're paying off bills, or you're increasing your savings. You're going to want to take charge of your investments. You may decide to get another job. You may decide that you've been going in circles trying to, build up your money, and you need to make a decision about something. So maybe you do go into business, or you do put some money back to save, or you decide you're going to go ahead and take those steps and seek a better job, or go into your boss and ask for that raise. And if this is a health issue, you're going to take some steps to work on that. So some of you, there may be something you want to do. Maybe you're trying to figure out a way to pay for an important trip or journey. But some kind of emergency could be threatening your cash. Something is going to impose upon your savings. Or maybe you are really looking at your job and work environment and thinking that, this is not a stable situation, and I need to start preparing myself for what may be happening within the company. There could be some changes that you don't like, or if you're dealing with a medical issue, maybe it's way more serious, and so it's going to require more money, more time, more care. For others of you, you are dealing with some negative energy, and this card indicates nitpicking. Maybe you feel like you're in a rut, or somebody's being self-indulgent, or you're finding yourself dealing with the same thing again and again and again. There's a lot of criticism, a lot of pettiness, holding on to grievances. And maybe you're trying to gratify yourself in some way by remaining in a comfort zone. This could be a week to confront new perceptions, making those changes, pushing the boundaries in order to expand your horizons. It could be that you've decided, hey, something is awry here and I need to wake up. Now, the underlying energy is this Page of Pentacles. So during the month, you're going to get some news, health-wise, business-wise, or there's some plans set in motion that create your situation for you. Some kind of revelation that you get, or some kind of self-awareness that comes to you. So again, there could be some news regarding some business plans, some physical matters. There could be a focus on a job offer, or a new position, or training for the job you're in, or whether somebody's following instructions. Maybe you're working on a new project, or you decided to go to school. For some of you, maybe the negative energy is coming through a relative, somebody who's exploiting a situation, or maybe you're being unrealistic with regard to your money situation, or you have some occupational issues. This page can indicate a measure of unpredictability or unavailability. You may be exploring a connection to somebody and thinking that it is more solid than it actually is. Maybe you are putting off having relationships because you need to focus on your career or your financial responsibilities. So whatever it is, you are doing some reflection, and this could be a significant turning point for you with regard to your emotions or your social interactions. You may decide that it's important for you to get out there, to network, to mingle with others, to get out in the community, and that's going to increase your opportunity to enhance your social life in some way. It could be you're involved with somebody, maybe somebody from your past, and you're thinking that this relationship, whatever the connection, whether as a friendship, a business partnership, or something romantic, it's stable enough to start planning some kind of future and move to the next level. Now, if this is about romance, it could be that you or your partner, you're involved in a no-win situation because somebody is being enticed to look elsewhere, to something looks more appealing. There are greener pastures elsewhere, but that's not likely to pan out. This is about being focused, about responsibility, being grounded, and taking control of your finances, where there may have been some irresponsibility or immaturity, or dealing with people who just don't appreciate you, or people that take advantage of you. Now, this is going to center around your independence, your destiny, your future, and the things that you value, and the people that are connected to it that impact your long-range future. And this is also a month where it's likely that you have a choice about whether you want to invite intrigue and drama into your life, or you want to simplify some things. You're dealing with some difficult situations, some ambitious developments, and you may be trying to reconcile how you can work something out to the benefit of everybody, but especially making sure that your needs are covered and taken care of. There's some kind of dilemma that you're facing and some uncertainty about making a decision, and you're weighing your options about what is best for you, and it could tie into your finances. There could be some external forces that bring change to your situation, something beyond your control, something outside of a situation, some news about something not working out or not going as planned, or your plans are not panning out the way you hope, but largely because of some external influence. There is a need for you to move forward, to act, but you're delaying that because you're hesitant over which choice to make. And there's something about your situation where somebody is acting in a ruthless manner and not really considering the feelings of other people. Somebody has the ability to act without being sensitive to others. For some of you, this is about travel. And again, for others of you, this is about turning a crisis situation into something more melodramatic than it has to be. And there's a danger of getting lost, getting carried away with your thoughts. So there's a definite need to be realistic and cut through any mental fog. It appears that there's a struggle for logic to win the day. All right, Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know with your comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great month, and I look forward to speaking with you next month.